All right, I am standing here in the whoop section of the 4-mile track out here at Desert SXS. Who's ready to come rip? We are getting all prepped, ready for this winter. Who's coming out? Who's coming to race? Who wants to throw down a hot lap? Hit us up. All right, for y'all that don't know, we got ourselves a little mini dozer here. When I say mini, I'm talking mini. Really just going for something little. That was kind of the purpose behind it. Also, something to do a little bit of maintenance with the track. Last year, the ruts got really deep, really quick, and so I wanted something that we could just really maintain it with. Obviously with this mini little relic. So with this little bad boy, we got the liquid fire, getting ready to just fire this bad boy up. Being as old as she is, she needs a little love. All right, let's fire this bad boy up and give her a little prime. Oh, come on, baby. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. Let's get this going. So here we got our levers. This one's a little bit more difficult than your average dozer just because it's a lot older. So just controlling it, it's quite a bit different. Lot slower, not as smooth and easy. Good old mini dozer out here putting in work. So right there, you're gonna come down now. And the way I set it up is you can either go this way or you can go this way, which initially this is gonna be a faster route, right? You don't have to turn and then turn this way. But I'm gonna change that up too a little bit and make that route a little bit better so that it's more of an equal playing field. I say just trying to make a lot more. I already have probably about 60-70% of it is split laned up so that the faster guy can get around. But there's a few spots where if dust gets really bad or this or that, you know, I want it to be able to be a little bit farther out. So now you can go this way or this way, which I think will be huge because right here was a little bit of a bottleneck because you go through there and you loop around and come back this way. And right here, I was always behind somebody in this spot and I couldn't get around them. No matter what you did, it doesn't matter how much fast you are. If it's a bottleneck and it's only 1 lane wide, I mean technically this is 2 cars wide, but no one's running the side, right? Everyone's always going to run down the middle, and so can't get around a car if he's running down the middle. So like I say, I just like to make it so that the faster guy can pass. Do want it to be a challenge, so I'm trying not to make overly easy, but I want to make it so that people can get around the next guy. Whole shot wins is just not racing to me, you know. There's no point in having miles of racing and whole shot wins because no one can get around them. A little bit of a leak, it looks like. I'll have to get this fixed and get back at it. Just cleaning up the track, getting rid of some deep ruts, giving it a little fine tune, fixing some washout areas. Kind of show you how this goes. It's a little bit old school right here. So here we go.
So this took me a minute to figure out just because I'm used to the newer stuff where you don't have 50 levers. I ran a blade that had a ton of levers because it was an older one too at one point. But this with the dozer, it's not near as smooth. And so you're pulling on one lever to try to turn, and then with another hand, you're turning the bucket, and with another hand, you're going a little bit faster, a little slower, whatever you're trying to do. So it was kind of like a little head game at the very beginning of running this old relic. But man, it was pretty fun. It like brings you back to the old school days and gives you a little bit more respect for the old days on, you know, how much work it was just to operate the equipment. Nowadays it's just so simple and so smooth and easy with the equipment. So it was really fun though. This is why it's nice to have a cab. This freaking brush smacked me right in the face. So, bummer on the no cab thing because I'm getting beat up with some of these brush and cactus things. I had one cactus, I took out a Ocotillo because it took out my drone. And so I took it out so it wouldn't take out my drone again. And when I hit it, a piece broke off and flipped back at me. Missing the cab right now. As we go through right here, I had a couple people asking if we could make it a little bit shorter. Occasionally we could do some more kind of short course racing, and that's going to cut out like the first quarter of it, and then we'll cut out in the back to where we cut out the back quarter. So we'll do that a few times, you know, do a little bit of short course style racing. This is probably our hardest turn of all the turns on here. It's a real hairpin turn. And for whatever reason, people always naturally want to come on the inside of it. And what happens is it ends up pushing them out and they fight the crap out of it. And they try to go in and stay in. But it's way too tight to go inside to inside and stay on the in unless you're going really, really slow. They're just trying to rail the berm right here. It's really wide, but it seems really tight because everyone just tries to stay in on top of in on it. So it's really funny. So we're going to see, hopefully we can get some people to run some lines that are a little bit wider out here, and then that way that line won't go so tight. Because I think we've had definitely one rod tipped over on this corner, and then we also had, I think I've been behind 2 or 3 people now that have gotten on like 2 wheels on this corner. Just a tough corner. It's one thing I like is just making these corners tough and difficult to make it so that, you know, it really just kind of showcases if you're a good driver or not. Right here, as I try to move this big boulder so it doesn't smoke a side-by-side, see if we can get this big boulder out of the way right here. So for all you guys that have been out here and actually rode the track with us already, as you can tell right here, I made some changes right here, all the dark shaded areas. That's where I added another lane, made some different routes just to change it up, to make it fun, also to get us out of the dust. I think you guys are going to like the new changes. Thanks for the suggestions, guys.